and welcome to Honolulu Community College's Cable Course Orientation video. I'm Kara Kam-Kalani, PhD of Communication and Speech and Cable Course Instructor, and today I'm going to give you a basic orientation to cable courses. All of this information can be found on the distance website at Honolulu Community College at honolulu.hawaii.edu/distance. So, what is a cable course all about? You're probably asking yourself. So, without further ado, let's get right to it. So, what is a cable course? The University of Hawaii system provides a number of courses which are available through cable TV, and these courses can be taken from the convenience of your own home. And some of these cable courses that you will be taking will have associated labs or internet activities that you will do as part of the course. That's a basic idea of what cable instruction is all about. So you can basically get your entire associate's degree from the convenience of your own home. Gotta love that modern technology. So what can I do to succeed in a cable course? You're probably wondering what it's all about and how you can actually be successful as a student. Well, first of all, it takes a lot of initiative on your part and determination to actually want to keep up with the coursework and succeed in the course so you can get that A. Some other things that you can do to succeed, first of all, is to always do your assigned readings before the course is scheduled to air, and the assigned readings you will find on your cable course syllabus. So the best thing to do is to read ahead of schedule so you know exactly what is going to be talked about in a cable program. The next thing to do is seek help immediately. Don't wait till you've fallen behind and it's way too late for you to ask for help, because work can pile up and build up on each other. So you definitely want to make sure if you have questions that you ask for help right away. The next thing that you want to do all the time is check your syllabus. Your syllabus is basically the roadmap to success in your course. If you ever have a question, your FAQs will be found in the syllabus, so the answers to those questions are there. And the next thing, very important, is to not fall behind. Don't procrastinate, because procrastination is what will definitely lead to failure. So where can you find this information? All of this information can be found on the course website on Laulima. The URL is, of course, laulima.hawaii.edu. So if you ever have a question, the best place to go is to log into Laulima, where you will find all related course information. What's on Laulima, you might ask? What is Laulima? Maybe I've never even heard of this before. Laulima is your course website where you're going to be able to find a variety of different resources. You'll have your course syllabus, you might find homework or assignments there, you'll find a grade book where you can keep up with your grades, you'll find things like the course schedule. Exams might be administered on Laulima. You might find the broadcast and course schedules there. You also might find all those resources that you're going to need, those handouts, those assignments, in the resources folder on Laulima. So basically, this is where you are going to go every day that you are taking a course class to keep up to date, where information is online and streaming in real time. So, this is what Laulima looks like. So if you've never been there, take a good look, because this is where you will be logging on when you log in to that course website. Might be familiar to some of you. Your course syllabus will be available on Laulima. Again, like I said, the most important things where you're going to find information about required assignments, the tests and quizzes, term projects that you might have to do, and also the procedures for grading. So how is it that you're going to get your grade? You will find that in your course syllabus, which can be found on Laulima. So always check in there, because that's when you have questions, that's one of the first resources or first places that you can go to find the answer. What's next? So what do I need in order to take a cable course? Well, the first thing you're going to need is to have oceanic cable, and you definitely need to have a TV. So you will tune into Oceanic Cable and hopefully have a premium box or free setup box or digital tuner, which we will talk about a little bit later in this 20-minute segment. You also definitely need to have internet service, because if you don't have internet service, it's going to be really hard for you to log into the course website. The next thing is you will definitely have to bookmark that page to Laulima, because you will need daily access to that website. And of course, internet's very important for that. And you'll also need the course textbook. The course textbook is something that you're going to be able to buy from the Honolulu Community College bookstore. So to get your textbook, you'll want to log in to the Honolulu Community College website to find your books, or if you live on the island of Oahu or you happen to be visiting, then you can visit Honolulu Community College's bookstore in Building 2 on the ground floor. And if you have any questions, you could easily call them at area code 808-845-9105. So that's all about how to get your course textbooks. So what kinds of programs should I have on my computer in order to succeed in a cable course? Well, for starters, you want to have Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Or if you don't have enough funds in the bank to have those programs, you can use an open source software called OpenOffice for Windows, or the other free software for Mac would be called NeoOffice. So these are some of the programs that you should have in order to be able to type up assignments and do work that is required for the course. You will also need web browsers such as Internet Explorer, Safari, Firefox, or Google Chrome. And you'll probably want to have the latest version of QuickTime, Flash Player, or Adobe Acrobat Reader. This is all going to make it very easy for you to succeed in your cable course. And these are all requirements, so you want to make sure you have at least one good web browser that you use. I personally like Firefox. Works really well for me. So these are some of the programs that you should have on your computer in order to succeed. Now, we've got to talk briefly about the Student Code of Conduct and what is expected of you as a student. The Student Code of Conduct can be found online at the URL that you see on your screen. A little bit more about the Student Code of Conduct, especially about academic dishonesty. Of course, you know, as a student, cheating is not something that is valued in the education system, so you want to avoid cheating, whether it be on an assignment, on an exam. Just stay away from those things, because you want to do well as a student, and you want to know that after you're done, that you were the one that did it, and it wasn't someone else. Also, things like plagiarism, which we'll talk about a little bit more in this short segment. Plagiarism is also something you want to avoid doing. I know with the web these days, it's easy to do the quick copy and paste, but that would be plagiarism if you did not cite your sources appropriately and did not paraphrase. So be very careful of that, because it goes against the Student Code of Conduct, and we all want to be good cable students. So moving on then. HCC students are members of the University of Hawaii community and are held accountable to the Student Code of Conduct, which prohibits acts of dishonesty. So like I said, we're going to talk about plagiarism and what it is. And basically, plagiarism is academic dishonesty. It's theft of someone's intellectual property. So it's to steal and pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own, and using that intellectual property without crediting the source. And so we really want to avoid doing that, because that would be academically dishonest, whether on cable or in a live classroom. Some other things that you need to know. So what other rules are there out there? First rule that you should know that will also help you is that you should definitely check your email every day. Since it's a cable course, you're not going to see your instructor every day, and because you don't see them every day, one of the best ways to keep in touch and to know what's going on is to check your email, because often your instructors will send you announcements via email, or you can easily contact your instructor. So this is going to be your two-way avenue for communication, because you won't see each other every day. what are some of the other services that are available? We have disability services under student access, and Honolulu Community College provides that, and also your campus might provide some kind of disability access. So this provides services to help students with documented disabilities so that they can also achieve their educational goals, and accommodations can be made, but you definitely have to apply with the access office beforehand and not when it's too late. But we do have this service available. The Student Access Office is located on the Honolulu Community College campus in Building 5, first floor, room 107B, and you can contact them via telephone at area code 808-844-2392 or at their website. And the URL is available for you on the screen. So that's all about the student access services. So what about money, right? Show me the money. Next thing is scholarships. So scholarship information is also available through the Honolulu Community College website at the URL that you see on your screen. And information on scholarships is available for degree-seeking program students attending HCC, but you never know. Check it out. There might be something there for you, and it's just sitting there, so why not take advantage? So those are some of the services that are available in terms of scholarship money. So what resources do I have in order to succeed in this class? First of all, course DVDs are available at all UH libraries, except note that on the island of Oahu, the only place that you can locate those DVDs will be on the Honolulu Community College campus. So you don't want to go to UH Manoa and demand those DVDs because they won't be there. They're going to be at the HCC campus only. But for Outer Island folks, your community college library should have those, and you should be able to check them out. So what are some other resources that you have? You have your course website on Laulima, like we said earlier. Your syllabus is there, and it can answer a lot of questions for you. Announcements will be posted on Laulima so that you can be kept up to date in real time, whereas before you'd have to be in the class. Now you could be right there and get information streaming live. And there will be other announcements, and there are other resources on Laulima as well. So those are some of your other resources. We have more. You can record the course programs on your VCR, if you have one of those, DVR, or TiVo it so that you can rewind and review it later. Your instructor is also a resource, but if you're one of those who doesn't like to communicate immediately with the instructor, you have your syllabus as a resource, you have Laulima as a resource, and then your instructor is there, of course. You can email your instructor, phone your instructor if you have questions. Your local UH library is also a resource where you might find different sources that you're going to use to do research and to find information. You also have the UH-TV distance education websites for both HCC, Honolulu Community College, and UH in general. So that's also a resource that is available to you. Some other library links that might be important for you to know. The Honolulu Community College Library URL is there, as well as the Distance Education Library for HCC and the URL to the UH System Libraries, all of which will be useful to you in your journey as a student on cable. So what's on Honolulu Community College's Distance Ed website? You're going to find technical requirements about things like we talked about in this video, about computer requirements. You'll find textbook information. They'll have courses offered, important deadlines that you need to keep up with. You even can know who your DE faculty is and other things that might be of importance to you. And again, the URL is on this page. What is on the UH-TV website, which the URL is at the bottom of your screen there, you'll find tips for cable course students, You'll find the UHTV programming grid, and all access channel information is also available there. Now, for the fun stuff. How do I get the cable programs in my home? Well, if you have a nice flat screen TV like this one, then you will find your cable courses on channel 46.55 digital. Now, if you don't have digital TV, flat screen TV, then you're going to have to get the cable box. You can either get the premium cable box, which is going to cost you some money, but you can get a nice TV, or you can get the free converter box, which looks like this one, and remote. Very nice. And that is if you're going to get this free box or one of the premium boxes, if perhaps you're like me and have one of these old-fashioned TVs, box that you have to contend with. So in any case, you're going to want to get the free converter box or premium box if you have one of those box-style TVs. And if you have one of the flat screen TVs, 46.55 would be your number. All right, so that's some information about setting up your cable system. Now, if you have DirecTV or Dish Network, don't expect to be able to get the cable shows because they do not stream through those networks. You have to have Oceanic cable. So remember that. Coming soon to a cable TV near you, and that would be Oceanic Cable. We are going to have UHTV video on demand, which is really cool because if you miss a show, you could just rewind at your own convenience, watch it again, and you can do this 5, 10, 15, 20 times, as many times as you want and need to get up to date with course information. But this, of course, is going to require a premium or digital converter box like I showed you earlier. Okay, so now you know all about getting a cable set up. So what if I run into broadcast problems? Of course, a couple of things to do because sometimes it happens. Number one, you want to note the program number that the broadcast issue occurred in. And then number two, you want to specify to your instructor what island you're on. And then finally, number three, you want to describe what the problem was. So what if there is a broadcast problem? How do we deal with that? Well, there are many ways to catch the shows. Number one, there might be a rebroadcast of the show. And sometimes there aren't rebroadcasts. You might catch one on the weekend, but if there aren't rebroadcasts, the library has the DVDs. You can go and check them out. There is also video on demand streaming live on the internet, and the cable shows on video on demand on the internet air after the program has aired on cable TV. But again, quality isn't as great as cable TV, but you will still get the information and content that you need. So that's another option to you. So the website for video on demand is on your screen. And again, like I said, broadcast quality, not really great, but the information will be there. So where do I take my exams? There are testing and exam proctor centers on every island. The URL to the proctoring information is there on your screen. So, what other resources do I have? You have this video, of course, so you can refer back to it at any time. This is all available at the URL on your screen, youtube.com/user/HonoluluCC. You also have cable course tips there, so it tells you more about how to be a great cable student. And also you have the Oceanic Digital channel video. So these are all more resources to you to succeed as a cable student. So with that, I wish you the most success on your journey through cable courses and enjoy your cable course.